Hi guys, this is Shrinking Kathy here. I'm on 4 days pre-op. I don't know what my stats are. I'm not home yet. I'm still in the room that I rented in Toronto. I'm doing okay, but I'm a little bit sad. I got some really sad news yesterday from my mom. She called and my little dog Benji passed away last night. He went peacefully in his sleep, and he was almost 17 years old, and I knew the end was coming, so I guess it's good that he went peacefully on his own and I didn't have to bring him and have him put down, which is always horrible to do. So he's gone, and that was really hard for me because I really love the little guy. He's just a tiny little toy poodle, 8 pounds, little weight, fluffy thing. He was very old and frail. Yeah, sorry. It's just really sad. I really loved him. And I lost my other dog, Mac, in this summer, late summer, and that was really hard too. And I had to have him put down because he became crippled. He had problems with the discs in his neck, Mac, and he became crippled 4 years ago. And I had really expensive $10,000 surgery done for him almost 5 years ago in Guelph, and that gave him an extra 5 years of life, which was good. But then when his discs went out in his neck again, there wasn't anything anyone could do. So I had to have him put down because he was in too much pain and he was too big for me to lift. And I always thought Benji would have gone first because Ben was so much older. Ben would have been 17 in May, and Mac had not quite turned 12 when he died. He was like a week, or no, he was 12. So anyway, yeah, now both my boys are gone, so that's really hard. And this is the first time I haven't had dogs since 1988. I got my first dog in 1988 when I was teaching in Moosonee. Her name was Popsicle. I found her freezing in the snow, and that's why she had the name. It was actually Popsicle. So I was just calling her Puppy all the time because I was looking for her owners, and I never did find her owners, and I kept her, and by the time I decided I was keeping her, she was answering to the name Puppy, so I named her Popsicle. But my parents changed it to Popsicle, and they stole her on me a year later. They fell in love with her when I moved to Toronto. They were babysitting her for a few weeks. So then I was in Toronto without a dog. This was 1989. So I bought a little puppy named Annie. And she was the runt of the litter, and she wasn't eating. And I fed her with the tip of my finger, Pavlov. The vet told me there's no way she'd live. And that little dog lived to be almost 21 years old. So she's gone, and her sister Sandy's gone. And my boys are gone, and all of my dogs are gone now. And the first time since 1988 that I haven't had a dog, and I really love my dogs. And it's really hitting me. I have an African gray parrot named Smokey, and she's 26, almost 27, and I still have her at home, and I'm praying she'll do okay. I hate going away. Every time I go away, something bad seems to happen. And I'm still in Toronto. I can't go home until the 7th because I was asked to stick around the Toronto area after surgery. So I rented this room. It's not a hotel. I couldn't afford a hotel. I'm on a fixed income. So I rented a room in an apartment through Airbnb. And it's not bad. It's big enough, and the bed is big, and it's pretty comfy. And there's a little desk for my computer, and there's a wardrobe, and there's a kitchen for my friend that's staying with me, and she needs a place to cook. I'm okay because I've just got my Premier Protein and water, and I have soup broth. Anyway, I'm still in a lot of pain, and I'm still taking painkillers. I'm taking hydrocortisone or hydrocodone. 1 minute. I can never remember the name of the painkiller. I don't know. I think it's hydrocodone. Anyway, it's a narcotic painkiller, and I just took it at 3, and it's 3:18 now, so I'm feeling it. I only take half the dose. I can't take the whole dose. I'm supposed to take 2 milligrams every 4 hours, and I can't do it. It's just too strong for me. But I also can't do without because I have 6 incisions, and 5 of them are fine. But one incision, it really hurts badly, especially when I get up and sit down. Sitting down is the worst. If I'm up and then I have to sit, oh my god, the pain is just unbearable. Walking hurts, but I still have to walk, and I do it so that I don't get blood clots or pneumonia. So I'm doing okay. Every day is getting a little bit better. I'm just really sad about my dog. But I wanted to pop in and tell you guys that the surgery went well. I did do a clip on the day of surgery, and I did a clip a few days ago, and I look really terrible, so I don't know if I'm going to put them in or not. I'll probably do the day of surgery one, but I don't know if I'll do the other one.
Hi guys, it's Drinking Kathy. I made it. I'm alive. I had surgery this morning, and now I'm in my room. I apologize for how I look. I'm pretty naked here. I'm on painkillers, so I'm kind of falling asleep. So I'll keep this short. I just want to say everything went well. I'm just in some pain from the one incision. The other incisions are fine. It's just the first incision. And I called my family, and they're all happy that everything went well. And the people I'm staying with just dropped off my laptop, so other things I'll be able to update later. But for now, I just wanted to pop in and say hi, and here's my room. I've got a really pretty view of the lake. I don't know if you saw that or not. I'll just take a still picture after. Alright, you guys, take care. Love you. Thank you for your support and prayers. Bye.
The surgery went really quickly. I mean, they took me in, and they attached me to some IV just to put fluid in me, and they let me sit in a lazy boy chair. This was before they took me to the surgery room. This was like prep, and I was really nervous, so I asked for something to calm me down. And before they could bring me anything, I fell fast asleep, and I think that was just a defense mechanism. So the next thing I know, the surgeon was waking me up and telling me that I'm going to save the hospital money because they can save money on anesthesia because I'm just putting myself out. So anyway, then they brought me into the surgery room. I had to walk to the surgery room, and that was really weird. So, and I had my IV pole, so I had to walk in there, and the nurse walked with me. And I had to climb up onto the surgical table, and there were these huge lights above me, like something on Star Trek. So I said, "Beam me up, Scotty." And I was really concerned about getting naked because I'm a very private person, and I was just really concerned about that. So they said, "Are you worried about the surgery?" I said, "No, I'm worried about being naked in front of people." And they said, "Oh, don't worry, you'll be out. You won't even know." So anyway, the next thing I know, I was lying on the table, and they asked me to scoot back. And someone put an oxygen mask on me and told me to breathe. So I breathed. They didn't ask me to count, or they didn't tell me they were putting me under. They just said breathe, so I breathed. And the next thing I knew, someone was shaking me awake and saying my surgery was over and it had been successful. But I didn't want to wake up because I was tired. I wanted to sleep. So they were pretty insistent, and they woke me up, and I was mad. I'm like, no, 5 more minutes. So they said, no, you can sleep later, but you have to get up now. So they got me up, and I don't know when they woke me up, if I was in this surgery room or the recovery room, or I just remember being woken up, and then the next thing I knew, I was in my room in the hospital, and I was waking up there, and yeah, so it went all right. St. Joe's is an old hospital. It's an old Catholic hospital. I'm Catholic, so I felt at home there. There were crucifixes in every room, which I haven't seen since I was a little girl. There was a beautiful chapel. There's a big statue of Jesus in the entrance, lots of stained glass, lots of frescoes. It was quite pretty for an old hospital. The nurses were wonderful. Every nurse was just great. Dr. David Lindsay was terrific, and he kept making jokes about my socks. I have trouble with socks being too tight on my ankles because I retain water. So I buy those fuzzy socks, like these kind of things, because the bands aren't tight. Plus, they're nice and warm, and I live in northern Ontario. We have over 5 feet of snow right now, It's just snowing every day. I don't even know if I'll be able to get home because there's going to be a big storm on Tuesday, and that's the day I'm supposed to fly out. But anyway, so I guess Dr. Lindsay noticed my fuzzy blue socks on the day of surgery, and he let me keep my socks on because someone told him I didn't want to be naked, so I got to have my socks on during surgery. So then the next day when he came to check on me, I had red fuzzy socks on. He goes, "Oh, more fuzzy socks." He says, "Do you have any more?" I go, "Yeah, I have pink ones and more blue ones." So he cracked up laughing. He said, "I've never had someone wear fuzzy socks during my surgery." And I said, "Well, thank you for letting me wear my socks." He says, "Well, we heard you didn't want to be naked, so this way you weren't." So I got to wear my fuzzy socks during surgery. And I had no idea what was going on, so that's okay. I got sick because of the painkillers, they thought. So I couldn't get discharged after the first night. They were giving me 2 milligrams of the painkillers, and every time I tried to get up after taking the painkillers, I would almost pass out. At one point, I was going for my walk to the chapel, because you're supposed to walk a lot, and 2 nurses had to hold me up and escort me back to the room, and several times they had to lean me against the wall because they were having a hard time supporting me. I was just basically almost passing out. And then I have trouble sometimes with my heart beats too rapidly, and so that happened too. But I told them that's a pre-existing condition, and it might be anxiety as well. So anyway, the nurse decided that she couldn't discharge me, so she told me I had to stay an extra night. And my friend was already there to pick me up, so she sent my friend home. So then she gave me some Benadryl because I was having some nausea, and I had an allergic reaction to the Benadryl instantly. My tongue and my lips swelled up, and they felt like pins and needles. So I told the nurse, and the nurse right away, she put some Benadryl in my IV, and that helped to get rid of the allergic reaction. So she wrote that on my chart, and she wrote it on, I had a bracelet with all my different food and medical allergies on it, so she added that to it. So then I was really tired from the allergic reaction and the gravel and the Benadryl, so she told me to go lie down and sleep for a few hours. So I guess she went off shift, and the next thing I knew, some young doctor, I don't remember his first name. I want to say Matt, but I can't know for sure. He was just a very young resident, I guess a surgeon. I'm not sure. He was part of Dr. Lindsay's team. Next thing I knew, he was waking me up and asking me why I'm still in bed and that I need to leave. And I said, and I was really confused because I'd been sleeping. I said, "What?" He goes, "Why are you still here? You were discharged." And I said, No, I wasn't. I was told I need to stay another night. And he got really mad at me. And he says, "No, you need to get out of this bed and leave." I said, "Well, the nurse sent my friends home. I don't have anyone here." He goes, "Well, you got to get up." And he's pulling off my blankets. I'm like, "What the hell?" And so I got really mad. Like, I'm awake by now, and I'm pissed. And I forgot to tell you, he was telling me I didn't have an allergic reaction to the gravel. And I said, "Yes, I did. I've had allergies all my life. I know what an allergic reaction is." It was an allergic reaction. He says, "No, you would have stopped breathing if it was a true allergic reaction." And I said, "No, that's not true. I haven't had a chance to get sensitized to it before. It was the first time I ever took gravel in my life. And I know what an allergic reaction is. My lips and my tongue swelled up. There were pins and needles. Just because I didn't stop breathing, that doesn't mean it wasn't an allergic reaction. All it means is if I take it again, I will guarantee probably stop breathing, because if you are allergic to something and you do it more than once, it gets worse. And he should know that, being a doctor." So anyway, he kept insisting that I had to leave, and I was refusing to leave the bed. So I just lay back down, and I just was glaring at him. And I said, "I need your last name right now for your records." I said, "Everyone here has been wonderful to me." I said, "I am 500 miles away from my home, and you are making me feel terrible. You're telling me I have to get out now? After I was told I have to stay another night?" So I was just like thinking, what the hell is happening? So I said, "You better go check your charts because you don't know what you're talking about." So he left the room, and he came back a few minutes later, and he mumbled something about a big misunderstanding and that I would be discharged the next day. So everyone on the team except for this dude was great. All the nurses were wonderful. Dr. Lindsay himself was wonderful. Everyone who took blood was great. They had no trouble finding my veins, and normally people do. Everyone except for this one dude, and I think his name might have been Matt, and he would not tell me his last name. Everyone except for this guy was great. So later, when I talked to the nurse the next day when she came back on, I told her what had happened, and she said, "Just ignore him. He's like that." So I guess that was good to hear. But oh my God, what a thing to tell someone who's 500 miles away from home, get up and go. Where does he expect me to go? I was in so much pain I couldn't move. Yeah, it was unreal. I never expected any treatment like that. But other than that, everything went great. Was very happy to finally get discharged. The room I'm staying in, like I said, it's okay. It's not great. It's clean. It wasn't very warm the first night, and I've been getting chills. And I think maybe because I must be losing weight fast. I don't know. Or maybe the anesthesia's still in me. But I've got lots of blankets and I've got a heating pad, and I'm fine. And I couldn't have a shower yet. I tried to have a shower today, and the pain was just, it was too bad. I was afraid I was going to pass out. So I've just been washing up with like body wipes and also with just a face cloth. And I couldn't shampoo my hair, but then I remembered I bought dry shampoo. It's Schwarzkopf Ultimate Dry Shampoo, and it really works wonders. Because yesterday, well, even this morning, my hair was like literally slicked back on my head, like it was wet. It was that gross. Because I guess when I sleep, I put my head back like my hands, like this. So it was all like that. So anyway, this was enough to let me make bangs again, and I really need bangs. So I'm glad that I've got my bangs again, and it doesn't feel gross anymore. So I'm thinking even if I can't wash my hair tomorrow, I can just have a good wash up and just use this until I get home. And my friend has one of those kerchiefs I could tie around my head if I need to go on the plane. I just hope that I can get home safely. I hope that the flights aren't canceled. I mean, they won't be on the, I don't know, they might be on the Toronto side. Toronto's calling for freezing rain on Tuesday, but Sault Ste. Marie is calling for up to 20 centimeters of snow. So hopefully it will still land. I mean, if it's just snow and not snow flurries, it should be okay. Anyway, my friend just went out to go get a hamburger or something, and I just stayed back, and I'm having my soup. I'm probably gonna, we've been watching Netflix, we've been watching Supernatural, a marathon. We started season 1, episode 1, and I think we're on episode 16 now. So we've been doing that. We had meant to play Scrabble, but we haven't bothered yet because it's hard for me to like sit somewhere else other than on the bed or on this chair. Oh, I bought this chair. The chair here that they have in the room, it's just way too small and too low. There was no way I could get onto it. So I thought I'm not going to go spend money on a brand new chair. So I went on Kijiji and I found one of those camping chairs that are made for big people. Like one of those really heavy duty ones. This one supports up to 400 pounds. I don't weigh anywhere near that anymore. And I never did. I never weighed more than 304 pounds. And I was 280 pounds when I went for surgery. I don't know what I am now. But anyway, I wanted a heavy duty chair because I didn't want to worry about it breaking. And it's nice and wide and it's firm. It's got 2 cup holders. And I got it on sale for $25 from a guy on Kijiji, not far from here, from where I'm staying. So I've been sitting in that and when I need a break from the bed, because I just didn't trust the chairs that came with this little room. They were so low to the ground. I was so terrified. What if it breaks? What if my weight makes them break? You know how badly that would hurt. So I'm really pleased with my chair. My friend can just keep the chair. She can use it for camping. She leads Boy Scouts and I don't know, Girl Scouts I guess now too. So she can use that when she goes camping. But it's a really good chair and I'm glad I got it. And I'm babbling and I apologize. But I just wanted to come on and say hello. And yeah, that's it. I'm probably forgetting a lot. I didn't make any notes, and I apologize for how I look. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll talk to you later. Thank you for watching. Thank you for my new subscribers. Thank you for all your well wishes on my last video. I really appreciate your prayers and your support, and I promise my next video will be better, and hopefully I'll be home by then. All right, I love you all. Take care. Bye.